All right, good idea.
Let's get in the NFL. Just quick preview for the season. Just go over the division winners who you like going to the playoffs or Super Bowl. Just generally speaking here. So let's start with the AFC East. I think it's a no-brainer. I'm all over Buffalo. I would suggest you probably are too. Correct?
Yeah, I got 6 minutes before I got to actually record the week one show. But yeah, I'm all over Buffalo, and I also don't see another playoff team in the division. I'm not sold on Tua, and I think Patriots are all about Bill Belichick. The roster's actually not very good.
Right. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals again in the AFC North. But I've got the Ravens as a playoff team though. And A and B there. I like the Bengals ahead of Baltimore, but I can see Baltimore. But I'm going to pick Cincinnati, Baltimore as a wild card.
Yeah, I got the Ravens. I think last year the fact they went 8-9 was a miracle, and they still almost got to the playoffs, and they still made stupid mistakes like going for 2 points against Green Bay and whatnot that could have got them in. So I think now like they've strengthened. Lamar can play every game. He's like been working on getting stronger as well, whilst not using any pace. I think like the Bengals, there'll be some regression, even though they've actually got stronger. But there's always that Super Bowl hangover with 30% of teams who make it to the Super Bowl don't even make it to the playoffs the next year, which is a pretty big number of teams. When you're looking at a third of teams, it's always the loser of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl loser doesn't make it to the playoffs 30% of the time. So I don't think they'll fall into that category, but I just think the Ravens are better. One other thing for this division is that the Pittsburgh win total is 7.5, and Tomlin's never ever had a losing season. So I don't know I want to see what Madden says about that. I've not listened to anything he said about the Steelers.
I think he likes them 8-9 this year.
Well, that'll be enough.
Yeah. AFC South, they're getting no respect. Everybody's writing off the Tennessee Titans. I'm going right back to the well with the Tennessee Titans. I don't see how people can think that just losing a wide receiver or something. I mean, they're still the team they're still the top team in the AFC next year. I don't think Matt Ryan is going to turn this Colts team around and make them unseat Tennessee. And plus, I like their coach, bro. I think he's a tough guy, and he's probably feeling very disrespected. So I'm on Tennessee here.
I think you need to sit down with a pen and paper and run through the Colts schedule and try and find the losses. That's the issue there. They've got the third easiest schedule in the NFL. Mm-hmm. The Titans' schedule is a lot harder because obviously what they did last season. Derrick Henry is not a player who can play 17 games in a regular season. You'd be lucky to get 12 out of him. So yeah, I've gone for the Colts.
Okay, I'm going to go outlier here. I love the Las Vegas Raiders. To win that division.
They're 8-1. They're 8-1.
And I like Kansas City and Denver as the wild cards. I think it's the most competitive division in football. Bro, I just love the tools that Josh McDaniel has to work with. And this is a guy that's never really had a lot of tools. He's got everything in this offense to work with. The offensive line's not that bad. Waller, Renfro, Adams, John. Bro, I'm just telling you. I just like this team. And I'm not saying I'm not a Vegas fan. But no. I just think that they have the right pieces to really to win this division. So yeah, it's the toughest division. It's a quarter. Look at all these great quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, Mahomes, Carr, and Herbert. I mean, it's anybody can win this. But I like Vegas and Denver and Kansas City as the wild cards.
I agree with you to some extent. They'll put up points. That's why I went for 4,040 passing yard prop on Derek Carr, which I posted earlier.
Yes. He'll throw for 5.
What's that?
I think he'll throw for 5.
Yeah, I can see the points coming in, but yeah, I think the same thing is a problem with everyone in this division. It's a competitive division, and obviously a couple of teams could come out of it, but you're losing yourselves in this division. You pretty much rule everybody out for the 1 and 2 seed in the automatic home field the whole way. So that's going to be the problem with it. The max ceiling for these teams is finishing the 3rd seed because of how difficult it is. But I can't look past Kansas. They got a win total of 10.5 when the worst they've ever done on the Mahomes is 12. So, and they've got a 14-win season there too. So it's a big, big drop to think that he's only going to put up 10 wins. And if he does get to the 11, which cashes that play, which would actually be the lowest number of wins he's had. But if he does get to the 11, they should win the division.
All right, so let's go to the NFC. NFC East. I got to invest in Dallas. I'm not buying Philadelphia yet.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not buying Jalen Hurts yet. He's good for fantasy, but I think I'm just not. I'm not. He's not there yet. I'm still on Dallas. They got a good defense. and I like the offensive
Yeah.
pieces still. So
We were torn on that. And we couldn't decide who wins this division. Cav went for Dallas. I went for Philly just because of schedule. But it is on schedule alone. I can see this team being like a number 2 or 3 seed and not making it out of the wild card round because they're actually not ready yet. But they have been handed one of the easiest schedules in the NFL. So you find it really difficult not to take them past their win total. So as I know that they're going to have 10 wins, that's why I picked them for the division, because Dallas' schedule is much harder. But I don't actually believe that they're going to go any further than that. I just look at it, and I could not find like 7 or 8 losses for the Eagles. It's so easy what they've been like gifted.
Yeah, next is the NFC North. I think it's simplicity here. You can't bet against Matt LaFleur. He just wins and covers. Like for however long he's been the coach of this team, and just
What about
I don't see that stopping.
I know we don't have we know we don't have Devontae Adams, but now we're going to start running the ball a little bit more to stay on the field longer. Plus, the defense is going to put us on the field longer. We got 7 first-round picks in the defense, so yeah. I mean that's going to be, if not the strongest, one of the strongest 3 defenses in the league, which we've never had before. So if we don't win the NFC this year, like I don't think we ever will.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm putting Minnesota as a wild card. NFC South, Tom Brady's division again. This division used to have a bunch of good quarterbacks. Now it's just got one. But isn't that unbelievable? Tom Brady always plays in divisions that have shitty quarterbacks. Like his whole career, like the NFC East, the AFC East had nothing. Like they didn't have any quarterbacks or anybody and stuff. Tom Brady's got the saviors. He's got Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, and Marcus Mariota to compete against. So Tampa Bay should run away with this division. I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah. Yeah,
I think the same. Like I don't have. I was trying to make a case for New Orleans being better and having like a decent number of wins, but yeah, you can't get them to anywhere near where Tampa's. The Tampa schedule starts really hard. But like the year when they won the Super Bowl, you can see them going on a huge run. You can see them like pulling off this huge run. There's like 6 or 7 wins in a row in the middle that are almost certainties, where they're going to be laying
I got Tom Brady in my fantasy draft too, so I'm all over him.
Yeah.
The West, I think it's the Rams again, but I like Arizona and San Francisco as the wild cards this year. I'm just San Francisco's defense still just solid, and just Arizona's defense is getting better. And brothers, these are 3, 2 good quarterbacks and a great coach, and you got Murray, Stafford's elbow's fine now, they say. And I'm not betting against Shanahan. I just think he can navigate his way through. There's not a lot of competition in the NFC. That's why I like him. I think the best coaches are going to rise. The cream's going to rise to the top here. You're going to see the better coaches get these teams into the playoffs. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I got San Francisco winning the division. The part where Trey Lance is going to be like finding his feet. He has a really easy schedule in the first 6 games. So these are the teams. If you look at the schedule, they're the teams you want to be playing against whilst you're trying to like integrate yourself into the system. So
+2, bro. They're not missing a beat if they have to go to their backup quarterback. You got Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's like you're a playoff team with either quarterback with the 49ers, which is a great. It's not a problem to have. It's actually a great spot to be in.
Yeah, and on to add to that, like the Rams schedule is more difficult. I got the Arizona Cardinals starting 0-5 or 1-4. So that's going to be really difficult to come back. Well, they don't have Hopkins. They don't have Hopkins for the first 6 games. So when he doesn't play, Murray doesn't have anyone to throw to. Murray's performance significant.
Yeah, he was breaking up. He'll be back. Did you? I was reading emails. I'm sorry. Did you guys go to the NFC East?
Yeah. I got Dallas. He's got Philly. You write them down?
Yeah, because I think Conan's going to want to do it too. So I'll have your picks ready for Conan.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. He had to record that other show. He said maybe he's done. We got all the picks in, so and you could just play a bumper of him doing his plugs.
Yeah.
But he actually probably wants to do his plugs because it's the beginning of the month.
Yeah. All right.
So let me get him.
You calling him?
Oh, let me call him.
Okay. No, easier.
Oh, he's back on. Cool. So you're back. Yeah. So we finished. So we finished with the West. Who do you like coming out of the NFC and coming out of the AFC?
The 7 teams out of each.
Yeah. No, 7. Just who do you like? Like if the path. Who do you like to play the Super Bowl this year?
Who like to play in the Super Bowl?
Yes, yeah. Who do you think the 2 teams go in the Super Bowl are?
Oh, I'm going to take Green Bay.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah, and Green Bay and I think Buffalo this time. I think this time they do. It's chalky because they're the favourites to win it. But when you look at the schedule, they should be able to get home field. I don't think they do it without being at home. I think the number one is going to be key in the AFC.
Right. So give us, for all the betting fans out there, give us a prop you'd like. If they got $100. If our fans want to bet $100 at a long season prop, what should they put it on? Player prop, team prop. What do you like? Favorite prop?
I like the Philadelphia Eagles team win total of over 9.5.
Over 9.5.
Yeah, you can't find. As I said, you can go and do it. You can't really find 8 losses there. You
Right.
couldn't. Like, it would have to be a disaster with the people that they brought in, with the draft that they've had. Considering they were 9-8 last year, and that was sort of a developmental season where he was supposed to be coming in and finding out who was who and getting people involved, getting people used to his system and whatnot. And they still got to the playoffs. Now they're much better. So how do you drop below that? You obviously win one more game, which is what they need to do.
Right.
So I think that would be the one.
Well, that's cool. So let us know.
But Minnesota, the second one will be Minnesota's win total because it's only 8.5, and that's way too low for them. Because now I think Zimmer was the big problem, and he's gone. And then you've got what you've left with is a bunch of really good players who are under a different coach now. And I think
really only five wins out of 12 games if you're chalking up Chicago and Detroit as 4 wins. You know,
Right.
if you think about that, so you only really need 5. You only need to go 5-7 against the rest of the league, which is definitely manageable with Cousins at quarterback.
Well, Detroit are going to be better.
Yeah, but I still don't.
Yeah,
I'm still not buying them yet. They'll be better, but like how much better? I'm not into these. Like every year, it seems like there's always teams in sports that people think they suck for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's like the Cincinnati Reds. Like people have always been saying the past year, the Reds are going to be good, and they just still suck. I just think there's something in the Detroit Lions DNA that they're just not. I mean, maybe it's playing in front of that fan base that's constantly just feels deflated every time something bad happens. It's just like expectations. So I don't know, but I definitely like your Minnesota over. So
Yeah.
So all right.